Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today, as we're going to be talking about how I believe XRP's been replaced from its original use case that it was intending to do, and is now going to be bigger than we ever expected. But first, I have to give you guys a proper reminder that the Ripple Proper Party in New York City has just given out their last batch of tickets. You will have to KYC to this party and give your government ID, but that's just to ensure that the event goes as planned. I genuinely hope to see as many people there as possible. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already, please get your Fuck the SEC t-shirts, because I would love to see so many people at that party wearing this shirt as a direct message to Gary Gensler. If you want one, the link is down in the description below. And now, I'm gonna play you a clip from Stellar, as the Stellar Foundation CEO Danelle Dixon talks on the importance of humanitarian aid. In situations like this for humans, it empowers people who feel pretty powerless. That's what blockchain technology combined with powerful organizations like MoneyGram and refugees do. And ladies and gentlemen, what I want you all to understand is Stellar, in my opinion, is going to take over the retail cross-border settlement side. And XRP is going to take over the institutional level wholesale cross-border payment side. This is what I see coming. And while it's only speculation, we're continuing to get proven right.
So once you have this kind of technology and you leverage a blockchain that's a global public blockchain, you can see what people can build on it. And so the UNHCR is actually leveraging that to be able to provide aid on a weekly basis into regions like Ukraine and others. That's really important. It's fast. It takes less than a minute to be able to get your wallet set up. They receive their aid from start to finish. From the start of receiving a text message saying they're eligible for aid to finish in 3 minutes. That's remarkable. They can then take their aid and they can walk into MoneyGram and cash out. They can hold it. They can put it in their bank accounts. There's so much flexibility. And when you think about what that does in situations like this for humans, is it empowers people who feel pretty powerless. Right. If you need to be able to receive aid, you're in a pretty dire situation, and they feel empowered to control their life and control their value. That's what blockchain technology combined with powerful organizations like MoneyGram and the UNHCR can do.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, what we have there from Danelle Dixon is the narrative they're going to use to spin the next generation financial system on us. Crypto Mason broke that the Stellar Development Foundation has just joined the World Economic Forum Humanitarian and Resilience Investing Initiative. And I remember just last week when Stellar came out with their commercial, what we got from the XRP community and Stellar community as a whole was that, oh, look at this hype, it was nonsense. Let me tell you something right now, guys. Stellar is absolutely killing it, and I think they're going to do extremely well. As all of you know, I hold a nice big bag of Stellar as well as one of my bigger holdings, as I expect both Stellar and XRP to have fun. But first, what I need all of you to understand is they're going to sell CBDCs and this new crypto financial system on us by saying it's humanitarian. It banks people, it helps provide UBI, and it's a valuable lifeline for people in third world countries. But deep down, we all know that this is truly just part of the globalist agenda to control everything we do. Never lose sight of what is truly going on, and you'll always be ahead in life. Now, what we continue to see is Ripple firing shots at the SEC, as Stu Alderati states what's most concerning to me, and should be to all of you, is that in the full video of Gary Gensler, where he is discussing the crypto space, he won't even respect the decisions of the courts and the judges. And I'm gonna play you this entire interview he had on Bloomberg. And guys, in the comments below, just tell me, how big of a weasel and how weak does Gary look in this interview? All his hesitating and all his stuttering is not the indication or body language of a man that's confident or a man that's a winner.
When you take collectively recent court decisions we have seen, how have they made you, Gary Gensler, think differently about regulating this space?
I'll tell you, I think the same thing. It's about ensuring for compliance and protecting the investing public. And this is a field, it kind of reminds me a bit of the 1920s securities markets 100 years ago, where a lot of people were getting hurt. And Congress came along and said, we've got to clean that up. And of course, we had the Great Depression. And the securities laws apply to crypto security tokens. And there's nothing incompatible with those tokens, with the securities laws. Investors still benefit from disclosure, and investors get to choose based on that disclosure. Investors benefit from laws against fraud and manipulation and other conflicts in the markets. And we've just seen so many people hurt and lost their money, hoping for a better future. And there's so many hucksters and fraudsters in this field.
And so nothing any court would say would change your mind on that?
I wish something a court could say which would actually bring the compliance sooner, but this was a field that was built as a global field, so a lot of it's outside of the US. And we have very robust securities laws in this country. Having said that, there are a lot of folks in this field that are trying to say, well, those don't apply.
Weak. Gary Gensler looks weak. And ladies and gentlemen, we're beginning to understand why, despite all logic and reason, and despite how important crypto innovation is to the future of America and the world, we're beginning to understand why Gary's taking this stance. Gary Gensler is looking to help his buddy, the incumbents, catch up to Ripple XRP and the general crypto infrastructure. They are causing us to drag our feet for the sole purpose of banks being able to catch up to how far ahead the crypto industry is. Remember when Tim Draper said, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they try to sue you, and then you win. Here Thinking Crypto shows that Citibank is launching a walled garden token, and it was recently reported JP Morgan was looking into building a deposit token as well. Do you guys see what's happening? Disruption is at their doorsteps, and they are desperately trying to avoid disruption by utilizing blockchain technology and building their own cryptos. But the same problem holds true. No bank trusts any other bank's token, and that's why XRP will be the neutral bridge asset that is deemed a non-security in the middle. Some folks wonder why Gary and the SEC have been attacking crypto projects and companies. Gary was sent as a puppet weaponized by the banking incumbents to kill crypto and companies who are disrupting them. But at the same time, remember the Citigroup partnership with Medico, the crypto custodian Ripple acquired for $250 million a couple months ago. Why is it that every single one of these incumbent banks is hedging their bets with Ripple infrastructure? Ladies and gentlemen, I would highly recommend you all watch Crypto Darren's recent video on Citibank, as Citibank has created an EVM chain, the regulated liability network, and they stole the idea from Ripple. Citibank has stolen this idea and tries to make this settlement system happen in their Nostro Vostro system. They will fail, and he goes deep into why they will fail, and I highly recommend you watch. Ladies and gentlemen, if nothing else, What I want you to get from this specific video I posted today is that we are on the right track. Whenever these institutions are copying and pasting the private sector and fintech technology into their infrastructure, you know that we're on the right path. They're gonna fail because they cannot be trusted. XRP was made to be trustless. No other government or no other financial institution or bank trusts each other because they all know they're corrupt. They all know they launder money. They all know they're greedy. And that lack of trust is why XRP is gonna win. Ripple's cornering every single banking niche you could imagine. And that's why, in my opinion, they will be what I consider the central bank of crypto. Custodianship, liquidity hub, AMMs, side chains, NFT capabilities. The sky is truly the limit for XRP adoption. And we will see all of it in the price this next bull run. Ladies and gentlemen, stay the course and have faith that you're in the right place at the exact right time. Now guys, to cap off this video for today, I'm going to remind you all that November 8th to the 9th is Ripple's Swell Conference in Dubai. Ripple hosts an annual conference called Swell that brings on some of the biggest and most important institutions and people from across the world. 600 plus attendees, 80 plus speakers, 40 plus countries represented. And out of every single one of these events comes bombshell Ripple XRP news. Ladies and gentlemen, I expect this one to go deep into what XRP and Ripple's future are going to be, especially now that it's been deemed a non-security. We are so close to seeing something special with our favorite digital asset. And I can't tell you all how grateful I am that I get the pleasure of helping guide all of you on this journey. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.